my power went out. But I bought this thing so I can still watch TV. And guess who I'm watching?
I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, let's get this party started. Episode, or should I say l'episode number 4. I don't have much time tonight, but this will have to take place over a couple days. Do some stuff tonight, and then that reminds me, I'll do some stuff tomorrow. I talked to my buddy Dan Shattuck. He's off the hook, pun unintended. He did not purchase, or I did not give him my other playfield hook from that Meteor playfield. I swear I had one on that Meteor playfield. So I am going to send him dimensions, and he's going to see if the one from his future spa will work. I don't know if Bally and Stern have the same playfield hooks or not. I do have Kings of Steel playfield hook, but that's even a later Bally, so that's probably even less likely to work. So I'm going to put this here so I remember to send Dan measurements, and then we can compare notes and see if the future spa one will work. So I got less than an hour. I think I'm going to try and tackle this drop target bank. Just take it apart, give it a bit of a clean up the drop targets, switches, make sure everything's all, like, look at this. That wire is hanging on by a thread. So I'm going to tidy up that kind of stuff. Should almost just break it off, just so I don't forget. Okay, where did that go again? So, put this nice and obviously right in my way. Oh, that's still zoomed in. So I think I will have at least enough time to deal with this guy. Wait, no, that's not the guy I want to deal with. I want to deal with the big guy right now, because it has all the original drop targets. Right? Yeah. And at Forked River, Corey gave me his bin of 1,000 drop targets. And he thought for sure he'd have a yellow S Stern drop target in that bin. Guess what? He did not. He dumped the whole bin on the Forked River floor. And I pulled these 3 out of there just because I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just put in 3 red targets or 3 blue targets. Because I can't use this. This is a piece of crap. That's actually, yeah, it's been mangled. Anyway, I gotta figure out what I want to do with the 3 bank. I don't want to go brand new drop targets because they just, I don't know. Maybe someone tell me. Have they had any luck with new drop targets recently? I'm sure they're okay, but I know a lot of Stern purists love the original drop targets because they just work better. That reminds me, on my Trident, I replaced all the drop targets. Guess what? They work like shit. So I'm going to try and stick to original. Have a little bit of wear, but if I just take my blue paint marker, fill that in, and clear coat it, then it will be perfect. So that is how you lep that shit up. So let's deal with this. Okay, so here's the stats on this guy here. We got about 1 3/4 for that length, and you know, how did I do this last time? 2 1/2 inches. So that's what I need. 1 3/4 by 2 1/2. So I'll send that off to Dan. Okay, got the drop target bank removed. Definitely pretty dirty, but looks like the springs are all original and have not been mangled. Probably because none of these have ever needed to be changed, so these should clean up nice, and with a little bit of green touch-up and some clear coat, can bring these originals back to life. I've got some rusty plunger. I was messing with my Dremel yesterday. I was just like cleaning all the switches and some sockets and even the playfield crust. Like, I was having some relative success. So I did that for a bunch of things. And tried not to breathe in all of the nasty. So I can start smelling it, breathing in some rust. And I also discovered that it's a good method for getting rust off of these plungers. See, I did this, it was in when I was doing it. Now that's all exposed, but that does a better job than the green scrubby. Oh, yeah. Breathe that in. On the green scrubby and the sink method, so I'm going to do that. That'll shine that right up. But yeah, this is the before. It's very crusty. Ain't gonna look perfect when I'm done with it. Hey, maybe if I ran it through an ultrasonic cleaner, it would look brand new. Oh, look at this. This is a little bit of a nick on this arm here. I think they all are a little bit nicked. Oh, okay, if they're all the same, then I guess that's fine. Alright, let's get to work on this thing. Alright, let's time lapse some of this action. I struggled a little bit because I was a dum-dum and forgot to take off the back plate before trying to remove the drop targets. So hopefully I didn't do any damage. I feel like I was bending the drop targets a little bit, and maybe even this arm here is a little bent, so I'm gonna make sure these guys are all straight. Give this a clean. Oh my god. I stirred up some crust. And yeah, I'll be back. Check out these though. Look how nasty these are. See how clean I can get them. Backs are, yeah, equally filthy. Alright, well, my friggin' hour is already up. And I didn't even get this reassembled. But I did get it cleaned at least. Check out the drop targets now. Looking pretty good, eh? A little bit of green marker there, or paint marker, and that will sharpen those dudes right up. And then the housing, straightened out my one arm, dremeled this thing free of rust, and yeah, I'm happy. I did almost dropped my screwdriver, and trying to catch it, I flung a screw into the ether, nowhere to be found. But good thing I've got Meteor Parts Playfield over there now, so I'm sure I can find an exact replica. Anyway, I have to go play some soccer now and head out into the freezing cold, so I'll be back later. Okay, just got back from the dentist. And it's happening again. This is third time in like 4 days that we're getting annihilated with snow. apparently could have 30 to 50 centimeters. So, you know, if I could stop shoveling snow, then maybe I could get back to some Quicksilver action. Yeah, I made it home. Let's have a look. Oh, I got snow on my neck. Hey, look at this. The Canadian geese. They're out of here. But this is what my street looks like. And yep, got to shovel again. Okay, I'm back. I gotta shovel some snow soon. This room, it's not just a pinball shop room, also doubles as a laundry room. And that's not always pinball parts table. This is also known as a dryer. So occasionally some laundry gets done. You're gonna hear that in the background. So I found some paint here that looks like it might match this green. I'm gonna touch up these drop targets, clear coat them, reassemble all this, and then do it all over again with the next drop target bank. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, just in case this works, might as well record it. This teeny little paintbrush. Just a little dab is all you need. I don't think it's gonna match, but it might be close enough. I don't know if it's gonna focus either. Okay, let's try this. Nope. Well, maybe. It's not horrible. Okay. Oh, yeah, now it's getting worse. Alright, so I'm going to deal with that. I'll figure something out. Maybe a different color. And then I'll show you the finished product. I did try that. It's too light, but I do like having a nice point to work with. This is not so accurate. I'm gonna need 2 coats. If I put it on too thick, it just doesn't look good. Okay, so one more coat after this dries. It should be good. Okay, so I've made it to the rinse cycle, so we've got different sound in the background now. I'll put about 3 coats of green. It's not a perfect match, but it's alright. The camera can't focus, so you can't even tell because it's blurry. I do have to put some clear coat over top of that, but I'm gonna assemble this thing first, and now I'm gonna time lapse, so no more talking or else this will be a 2-hour video. So here we go, time lapse time. Alright, what you're hearing now is the spin cycle. Alright. Let's hope I actually assembled this correctly, because, I mean, there's still a chance I messed it up, but it's probably correct. Probably correct. And looks pretty damn good. Let's drop them. This piece has to go on with the switch plate, so that's why it's still loose and floppy. But it's looking pretty good, and I think I've even assembled it correctly. Alright, I hope this goes well. It is a, what is it? Satin finish, right? Satin. So it shouldn't be too glossy and stand out like a sore thumb. Oh shit, see, it's smearing the green. Okay, I gotta abort, hold on. Alright, next sound you're gonna hear is, if it works, the hair dryer. So it was very precarious. I just kind of globbed on some clear coat without trying to brush it per se where I painted, as to not smear it all over the place. I did do some smearage, and then I actually brushed on clear coat over all the non-painted portions, so the whole face got a clear coat. But I think the clear coat kind of got a little tinge of green in it. I don't know. This is supposed to dry crystal clear, so it friggin' better not be milky white, which it looks like right now. I think it might take like 24 hours to actually really truly cure up, but man oh man, I'm gonna spend 3 hours on one effing drop target bank. This project is gonna take 72 episodes at this rate. Okay, I just successfully cleaned up my switch stack with my Dremel. Hey, we don't hear noise in the background. Well, we hear a Dremel, and then next round should be a dryer. Dremel and dryer action. Anyway, I did this, and up flew a billion particles of nasty, which I'm wearing a mask this time, so I kind of learned my lesson. But here's my new strategy for cleaning in the groove. That works really good. Probably better than, I don't know, sandpaper. I guess it's kind of the equivalent of sandpaper, but I can even clean the playfield. Look at that. Now I gotta find a bit for my Dremel, or I can do that to the lamp sockets. So that's ready to go. I said lamp sockets. I do actually use this very bit for lamp sockets, and it works great. I think I said lamp sockets, but what I meant was inserts. So if I can find some little pad for that, that would be ideal. Oh, and an update on my Eli mug project. I glued the handle back together, used crazy glue, and invariably I got it all over my fingers yesterday, but most of it's off now. That was a nightmare. And then so I tried to put on my glove, then the rubber glove got all stuck to all various parts of the handle, so there's that. And there must be some, like, I don't know, paper towel or Kleenex or paper that it was lying on. Anyway, it's, look at that. Holds up under its own weight. I don't think I'd trust it with any coffee in there, that's for sure, but I can use this for like my brushes now or something like that. So that works. Special weather report, this just in. Stay the hell inside. Alright, dryer time. And as a bonus, Look what I found in the washing machine. 10 cents. Okay, that legit probably took a couple hours to do one drop target bank because I'm slow. But anyways, I got the wire soldered back up. I measured the diode because it looks a little fugly. And it doesn't want to measure properly because it's attached to the coil. It's like 0.39 or something on both sides. But I compared it to this. It's doing the same thing. I'm assuming that's good. I cleaned and adjusted. Well, actually I didn't have to adjust any switches yet. But have a look. That's good. Ooh, how are you going to see this one? Number 2. Why is... I'm pushing just one drop target up. Why are both going? Anyway. 3 is good. And 4. 4 is good. 3, 2, 1. Anyway, trust me. It's not a good angle, but they look like they should be fine. And you know, when I push them down, the gravity does just not work very well upside down. But look, if they actually do that in reality, they are nice and flush. So I'd be happy with that. And let's actually drop these legit. And I'd say that as a whole, my little touch-ups and clear coat is sufficient. So yeah, I'm happy with that. All right, hopefully drop target bank number 2 doesn't take quite as long. Gotta remember to solder this wire back on there. Clean up the switch stack and the contacts and the groove. But let's have a look at this guy. Seems to be even nastier than the first one. I guess this one's closer to the flippers. No, it's not. It's further away from the flippers, but it is definitely nastier. And, oh, it doesn't have, yes, it does have this stupid little plate. You know how awkward it is to try and feed a screw through the back switch plate, then through this bracket, then into this floating piece? That's very awkward and very annoying. So excited to see another little plate. I thought, oh, maybe it's 3-bank, maybe it doesn't have the plate, but it does. All right, have a quick peek at the before. Now that I've got it all disassembled. Drop targets are pretty filthy, holy crap. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but this is definitely not going back in. Clean up all this stuff. Got layers of crust on the inside, rust on the outside. But I can remedy all that, so just give me an hour. Alright, well, it didn't take me quite an hour, so that's good, but these things are cleaned up. This bracket is always fun to clean. I used my Dremel wire brush quite a bit on it. It helped a bunch. It's definitely significantly better. And here's my solution for the drop targets. I can just feel the purest OCD anxiety levels raising on this one. There's not a yellow one in the middle. Oh my god. But at least it's symmetrical. So that's what I'm gonna do for now anyway, unless someone gives me a used yellow stern drop target and I'll swap that in later. All right, a little red, a little yellow, a little clear coat, and a little assembly, and this is how we're looking. It's looking pretty good. I'm happy with this. You know, yellow would be ideal in the middle, but oh well. We'll see how it looks in the play field. Alright, let's clean up my groove with my new strategy. Beauty. Okay, I gotta do a little bit of soldering here first before I proceed, so bring you along for the ride. Maybe one day I will get an actual camera. That'd be kind of cool, because I'm just using my phone. So if I'm recording, I can't continue listening to my Slam Tilt podcast or whatever I'm listening to at the time. I can't refer to any of my photos that I took for reference sake because my camera is my phone. So maybe one day, probably not, because then that's just too many devices. Like, one device is enough for me. Yeah, I don't want to be carrying around some secondary piece of machinery. But let's redo the wires. I broke off the second wire. I broke off both actually, because they were both on very thin ice, and might as well address it now while it's nice and accessible on the rotisserie. Ooh, almost flicked that solder right at myself. You know what else I need? I need my cleaning tool. Oh, it died. I was actually going to say before the last clip, I bet you this is going to die in the middle of cleaning my groove. I got through the groove, but alright, I was just going to clean up these guys a little smidge. So I'll have to charge my battery. Okay, I think I've got my hole exposed. And my solder ready to go here. Oh yeah, because I got to like Dremel this whole plate too to clean that up, get rid of all the fuzz. My dryer is getting near finished. Won't be any fun background sound soon. The washer, the hair dryer, the clothes dryer. It'll be just you and me. Getting lots of fun comments from all you shenaniganders out there, by the way. Keep them coming. I read every single one. Reply to like most of them. Probably a good 80%. Oh, there it is. It's just you and I now. I gotta go deal with my dryer. Actually, there's no shirts in there, so I don't have to worry about wrinkles on anything. Okay, let's clean off this old crap here. Oh, I've got that little wire there is actually the coil winding, so not the old wire. Is this how you guys do it at home? Do you just like flick your solder all over the place? That's how I do it. That is the shenanigander way. Can you see this even? Okay, good. Should always look at my camera from time to time. That's a good tip. Make sure things are focused and centered. You think I would have kind of figured this shit out like after 1,000 videos. Did you know that? I literally, legitimately have posted 1,000+ videos. Like, who does that? What the F? I am nuts. Definitely. I need more hole. How are we going to achieve that? Well, first of all, let's give myself a good view of the hole. Straighten out that lug. Then got my solder sucker. And did that actually do anything? Probably not, but I think just the act of straightening this out kind of get in there. That's good enough. I can live with that. I don't have every friggin' strand in there. Kind of does bug me though. I might have to try that one more time. It's gonna be another friggin' hour video. See, that's the thing, if I'm taking you along for some of this live action, this is gonna be longer videos, so I don't know. It's a fine balance, right? This is taking very long, but oh well. You're all a bunch of shenaniganders. I figure if you've watched 10 videos out of the 1,000, that's all you gotta do to be an official shenanigander. So I bet you maybe 80% of you watching right now are shenaniganders, because I feel like the majority of my audience is like repeat customers. I think most of the new people chime in, check it out, and they're like, see ya, that is enough of this dude, which I don't blame you. But those who are shenanigandous, they just latch on and they enjoy the nonsense that I provide. So that's all you gotta do. Oh, hey, maybe now's a good time to pitch my merch. I don't make any money off it. Well, Silverball Swag sends me like $2 to $5 a month, maybe. But if you do want any merch, then you go to silverballswag.com. You can buy yourself a hoodie, a shirt, a mug, stickers, all kinds of fun stuff. Anyway, that is good. Now I will have my fun trying to screw this stupid thing on and screw the whole thing to the playfield, and then we'll be done with drop targets. Alright, she's all installed. I used my lesser Dremel to clean up the switch plate and the switches themselves, and a couple needed adjusting. That one was too close. This one was too far. And the middle was just right. So that is all good now. And let's go see what they actually look like. And see if it burns the eyes of the purists. Oh, we gotta pop these down a bit. Hey, that don't look so bad. I was gonna say, because it does match like all the red posts, but all these red posts are going. But here we go. Check that out. Mission accomplished. I can say I am pretty pleased with this overall, so not too shabby. All right, I think it's time for a break. No, not a fun, chill break or dinner break. Oh my God. Snow shoveling break. Yay. All right, been out here for like 10 minutes. And we've got like this path done. And there's not even a place to put snow anymore. It's as high as half of this tree. So we're calling in for help. And this Amazon truck is completely stuck. I'm not about to go pushing trucks. So yeah, that's what's happening on the home front. So fun. Yeah, so we've done enough snow shoveling over the last few days. I'm pulling the plug. I'm calling in my snow shoveler dude, Andrew. This has actually been on previous videos before, when he painted Jamie's Bengal room orange. Anyway, we're gonna hire him to do our house. Our neighbors, Jay the neighbor, you know him. Neighbors on the other side, because they're letting us use their parking. Probably Jamie's parents, and then we got a rental property on Colburn that needs it. One on Lauren Ave that needs it. One on Linwood. They usually do their own, but it's so ridiculous that I may lend a hand via Andrew. So there's 7 properties we're gonna throw at Andrew, and he'll be busy all night long. In the meanwhile, it's time to do this little up kicker assembly. All right. Up kicker is disassembled. A little crusty. I don't know, might as well change the sleeve since I'm on a sleeve changing roll. I'll clean that up. Dremel. Oh, I'm charging my good Dremel now, my big Dremel, so should be ready soon. And then this plastic piece comes in 2 pieces. There we go. I'll clean that up. And yeah. Alright, these guys are all cleaned up. No problemo. Remember, your spring has got a smaller opening on one end than the other. So you always got to put the small end along the link so that the spring doesn't just go and slip over top. So that's your tip for the day, your public service announcement. And let's now take that off because this is all kind of mangled. And I don't know why. That can't be an accident. But I'm going to straighten that out. Maybe it was like kicking the ball right down into the out hole. And they thought that would be a solution, which actually technically is. But I'm going to straighten it out and start from straight. And then if it's happening, if it's kicking right into the out hole, then I'll deal with it then. But I don't like that. Okay, so there was a little bit of a burr from this hitting the ball a million times. So dremeled that off. It's nice and smooth now. And much more straight. So I'm going to install this now. And on a side note, my Marco pinball order has shipped today. And my Titan rubber order shipped yesterday. So should have that stuff within a couple weeks, maybe. Okay, check this out. Beautiful. And, you know, we're not rubbing along the sides there, so I didn't straighten it too much. I mean, with the curve they had on there, it could have been rubbing. And I tightened down this switch and made sure it was gapped correctly. Let's see. Yeah, I get that. I will clean all these switches at some point. But we're down to 3 pop bumpers and 2 flippers, and that is the bulk of the pain in the assery of this playfield. The rest is pretty easy. Cleaning switches, lamp sockets, inserts, cleaning the playfield, swapping out the post, lane guides. That's all easy. And even the flipper mechs will be pretty simple since I've got complete assemblies. I'll just have to deal with wiring. Hopefully someone didn't cut me friggin' too short. But I do want to maybe in the interim glue these corners for when my parts, when they do arrive, then these will be kind of ready to go. So that's enough for this episode. Oh, and I think I'm going to steal the original meteor spinners from both my 2 meteor playfields instead of going with the brand new spinners, because the original is just better. And these spinners, wherever the heck they are, they're, I think, a little thicker and a little heavier. Where's my other one? Here we go. I can't believe I spent $70 on these 2 spinners and shipping and tax and decals and everything, but 'tis what it is. All right. We'll see you guys next time.